I wanted to see if you could use AI to get better at bow hunting, and the results, they almost broke my bow. Let's find out how. Gentlemen, AI is getting more and more prevalent in everyday life, and like it or not, it's kind of here to stay. I don't really like it. I personally enjoy gaslighting my local customer service representative, but you can't really do that with AI. So you don't really see a lot of AI being used in the archery space. There's some like technological ways that AI is used. Matthews has Shot Sense. There's a couple companies that do like an AI targeting system, but there's no AI like coaching programs. And you see that in a lot of stuff. You see that in like just schooling. They have AI programs that build workout programs. And I wanted to see just how effective it possibly could be with archery training. So I took to my local Gemini AI app and I asked it just a real simple thing. I said, can you create a session plan including distance and arrow count to help me improve my compound bow shooting? I wanted it to be quick, I wanted it to be real simple, and well, we'll just go over what it spit out to me, walk through it, and then at the end, talk about if it actually helps or not. So the first thing that it popped out to me, it said to do a warm-up that lasts about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm not gonna take that long, but we will go over what the warm-up says. So first of all, some light cardio, something I don't think a lot of bow hunters in the South know what that is. I'm just joking, but recommend some stuff like jogging in place, jumping jacks, just light calisthenics and stuff. And I don't normally do that. It's kind of weird to me, but we're following the AI program, so we'll see what we can do. Now that we got some light cardio out of the way and worked up a little bit of a sweat, the app then told me to do a little bit of stretching, which I actually think is good. I think shoulder health is really important. So just doing like basic stretching before you shoot. I genuinely do that like prior to some shooting sessions. So that's something I can definitely recommend to maybe start doing in your shooting, is just stretching. It can make your shoulders last a lot longer. It's gonna prevent you from pulling stuff, and it just increases your mobility. So quick stretching out of the way, just get the shoulders warmed up, then you're good to go. All right, the third and final thing that it tells you to do in the warm-up, honestly, the first two things weren't that bad. I can't imagine that this last thing's gonna be super bad. It tells me to dry fire my bow. We're not gonna do that. That's weird. AI definitely has some work to do on that front, but it says that. So I guess if you're following AI, you're gonna need new limbs on your bow, but so we'll skip that part. AI might need some work. The next thing that it talks about is doing just some really big fundamental drills. It talks about basically just doing 5 yards, just working, basically blank bailing is what it's telling you to do, which that's good. So we'll go ahead, step up to 5 yards and just shoot a couple arrows, and we'll see how that warms us up. We're gonna shoot just a few arrows and get ready to actually put it out into the range. Obviously blank bailing, you aren't really aiming at a target. If you want to show how close we are to the target right here, I mean, we're, less than 5 yards away, but just working on your shot process. If you have a shot process, going through it and just making sure that you are hitting a surprise shot. You're not anticipating or anything. You're not punching the trigger. This says to do a couple rounds of like 5 to 10 arrows. I'm not going to do that. We've already shot a little bit. So I'm just going to do a quick 2 blank bail here just to go through the drill that it says. All right, that's blank bailing. So far, program's doing pretty good other than the dry firing thing. But yeah, now let's go back and see what the drill actually tells us to do. Now we're actually out of the drill and the warm up and everything like that, and we're going into the actual fundamental shooting. So this says it should only take about, well, it says it's gonna take 40 minutes, but we're not gonna take that long. We're gonna speed things up. The arrow count that it gives us is 15 and then 10 for the longer distances. We're gonna drop that down to 10 and then 5. So starting off 20 yards, pretty simple. We'll see how that goes. We'll bump this through and be good to go from here. All right, cool. So 20 yards was good. And for the sake of saving daylight, we're gonna go ahead and just say that the 20 yards worked good on the drill. Nice, lost an arrow, or lost an insert, cool. We're just gonna go ahead and say that 20 yards worked good for this drill. And then we're gonna back it up to 30 and, oh, hey, there it is, and see how it goes. So we'll shoot 4 arrows now at 30 yards, and then we'll go ahead, work through and see what else we got done. 30 yards here, we're gonna go ahead, speed this up a little bit, just quick 4 arrows now. Maybe next group it's gonna be 3 arrows, but the app, yeah, told us to shoot at 30 yards next. So here we go, 4 arrows at 30. We'll see how this gets us. That one sounded like it hit another arrow. I might have jinxed myself. We might very well might actually be shooting with 3 arrows this next round. That one flew a little bit out, but let's go look at it. Cool. Gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you are, I know you don't want me to be interrupting you, but I'm gonna take the time to talk about 3 simple things. First of which is that if you are enjoying the video and you don't want me interrupting you, that means you probably like the channel. So go ahead, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below, do all that good YouTube stuff. Second of all, if you want more of this content and YouTube isn't enough for you and you want to check out other forms of social media, check out my Instagram. I have that link down below. And third and finally, if you're doing any bow shopping, any archery shopping, anything like that, whether you need new gear or you don't have any gear and you want to start from scratch, I have links down in the description that'll get you started. It's the gear that I would recommend somebody getting into it or upgrading, anything like that. They are affiliate links, so I do get a little bit of kickback on them, not a whole lot, and it's no extra cost to you, but it just helps support the channel. So go ahead, check those out if you would like to. That's it for me, guys. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so after we shot at 20 and 30, the app then tells us to shoot at 40 yards. Now, AI, in all of its wisdom, I know that it probably has my best interest in mind. However, I wanted to challenge myself a little bit more. So I went ahead and basically asked it, hey, can you make this a little bit more challenging? Can you make the distances a little longer? And instead of 20, 30, and 40, it pumped out to me 50, 70, and 90. So we already shot 20 and 30, so that replaces the 50 and 70. Let's go ahead, it says 3 arrows from 90 yards. So we're gonna go ahead back up to 90, shoot 3 arrows, and really kind of see what the upper end of this AI training is. So let's go ahead, check it out. We'll move on back. 90 yards. I've shot more at 90 plus in the past like 2 months than I have probably in the past 2 years, but I like it. I'm shooting really good. I think it's honestly probably something to do with this Darton. This thing is shooting lights out. So we're gonna go ahead, see this thing get down to 90, and I've never shot 90 with this bow, so we're gonna see if the sight tape is as on as I think it is. Shooting at 90 yards, just aiming at the middle dot here. I'm not really trying to hit anywhere like super specific. I just want to hit the target. So we'll see how far this takes us. But here we go, the last rep of our AI practice session. Okay, I heard it hit the target. That's good. That is good. Nice. Felt that one pull a little bit left. That one definitely hit in the middle. That sounded really soft. So let's go check them out and we'll talk about the rest of this. All right, not a bad group. Not a bad group at 90 yards. Probably gonna lose the insert. No, I kept it, that's good. But not a bad group at 90 yards. Especially, just with the purpose of the video. Obviously, it's a little satirical. I don't actually expect AI to, show me some new level of archery coaching, but I do think that it's good, and I think there's some potential eventually, once AI kind of gets a little bit more dialed in on archery, to be able to kind of elevate the coaching experience. Obviously, the knowledge needs to be created from somebody who actually shoots, and then I think it could be translated through AI to a really good learning platform. That being said, I do definitely think that adding some sort of kind of regimental training into your shooting can make you way better at archery. I definitely think that too many people just go out and they're like, oh man, I don't know, I'm gonna shoot at what feels good today, a couple arrows at 20, let's maybe back up to like 30 or something like that. We'll call it good. I think adding in some sort of like scheduled program definitely ups your archery game a ton. That's just my opinion. When I've done that myself, it works really well for me. So I don't know. Let me know if that works well for you guys. Let me know if you've done that before and just kind of what you think about it. Let me know what you think of AI in archery. But above all else, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Go ahead, if you did, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, leave a like, do all that good YouTube stuff. Have an absolutely blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video.